Okay, weather. I was thirsty to put on shorts. So what? So fuck what? Shout out to Calvin because he came with the vibes and brought the rim dog.
And we got to, with the gang only from the double cup, always double cup shorties.
Okay, came with the vibes. Let's see YouTube. Share this video.
What you mean? Share this video right now.
Share this video.
Finna get in tune with your boy.
Please.
And your homegirl, Robin E.
Robin E.
A.k.a. Madam Yvette.
Madam. No, I was kidding. Share it. Share it. Share it. Share it. If y'all on Twitter, YouTube, tap in as well. Follow me on Twitter, U93 Robin. I'm live on there as well. We live on Twitter too. So share me everywhere. It's no excuse right now because you got 3 places. You got one of them.
If you got the social, share this everywhere.
You got one of them.
You know what I'm saying? Follow your boy on Instagram, Calvin Candace. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, everybody? Robin E here on a brand new episode of Pillow Talk with my boy, Calvin Candace in the building.
Yo. We back.
We back. Yeah, we running it back. Calvin was on my show last year, I believe. And since then, you've been on go mode.
Man, I've been on fire, man.
Like, you have.
Like I told you last time, whatever, we can't change, or we can't stay the same, whatever, we gotta forever build.
Elevate.
Mm-hmm.
Elevate. No, I love it though. This is Calvin West, in case y'all don't know, okay? Mr. West, okay? A.k.a. I make every side your good side.
Ooh! Hey, it's gonna be friends because we be here, bro. We be here. Every side is a good side when I'm shooting. What you talking about?
No, for real though. Calvin been putting in work. Well, for the moment that we met, we've been intertwined doing the business thing, and I've been seeing you grow. So I'm super, excited to see you at this stage right now. You are in full entrepreneurship mode.
Gotta be. Honestly, I really don't know any other way to be now, and it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I was gonna get here, like I knew this is where I was trying to get to, or whatever. But like now that I'm actually like here, it's like, like what now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what we gonna do next? What new idea are we gonna like accomplish or something like that? So
yeah, because you was multitasking. You was working 9 to 5 and doing the gig.
Man, I was doing that. Juggling photography, and like at the more serious things got, the harder it got. You know what I'm saying? Like to do both and stuff. But I did it though.
You did. So what was like the last straw for you where you was like, you know what? At this point, I'm just going to jump off the cliff.
I mean, the last straw for me or whatever was essentially realizing that like it was either going to be this or it's going to be that. Like I can't split myself into 2 different places or whatever that require too much of who I am, My business is going to require all of me, and like being a manager at, GameStop or anywhere, whatever, it's going to require a lot of you as well and stuff. And that was just taking too much, So I had to make that change and say, peace.
Deuces.
Now for real. When I first started working there, whatever, when I first like took like my manager like position and stuff, like I let my district manager know, I'm like, yo, like from jump, like this will always be like what comes first and stuff. So when it came time like close to like the end and everything, it was a shock to him that I was serious about it. And stuff. I straight up told him, I'm like, man, if I'm here, and somebody called me or whatever, like, yo, I need you to go take pictures, or I need this done, or I need that done, or whatever, then like I'm gonna go find coverage and like I'm bouncing. That will always be a priority. He was just like, that's just a shock to hear. And I'm like, I don't know how, because we had this conversation.
Right. Where was the confusion?
Right. But no, I like to be upfront or whatever, and that's what I was, and here I am.
Thanks. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Okay. That's always a powerful moment. I feel like when you get to that moment, like, you know what? Fuck this. And you just know, like, you're going to figure this shit out however you're going to figure it out. You got this talent, you've been doing it, and you're going to figure this shit out.
Yeah, you got to. I feel like if you got anything or whatever that you really want to do or whatever, obviously my lane is like, one of my lanes or whatever will be like photography and stuff. That's where I'm putting like a lot of my chips and stuff. You have to be all into it. You can't really like afford to half-ass it.
Right.
So people have to, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately do the 9 to 5 and like
Right.
pursue their dreams and stuff. And that 9 to 5 can be a killer at that, but
Yeah,
no matter what, whatever,
absolutely.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Facts. Absolutely. But 2020 was actually a good year for you business wise on the photography tub. You did a lot of shit. Okay. One event prominently you covered the Juneteenth event for LCCT.
Correct.
And that was super, super, super lit. Like that was just a great event. I think you did a great, great job with that. Definitely.
Thank you. Again, thank you for that.
Great job.
No, but I'm saying like thank you for the opportunity because you let me know about the event. Like we come through and capture my people like all together.
For real.
And that whole day was a vibe, like start to finish. I knew I was gonna enjoy it, but I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did and stuff. And it's not often or whatever you see like black people together and there's no issues. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even an argument. Like,
it wasn't.
Hey, bro, like you wear like this shirt too wrong, whatever the case is.
It
whatever.
wasn't.
Like, it wasn't none of that.
It wasn't.
Everybody was happy. Everybody was laughing, jumping around, and to be able to be there to capture that or whatever was just
dope.
Big.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a very big event. I mean, I know you've done probably bigger events before then, but I think as it being a Black celebration, that was like a bigger event for you, and to be able to be the main photographer, I feel like that's dope. That was dope for you.
100%.
Definitely.
100%.
So, how has your 2021 been business wise compared to 2020?
My 2020 was more of like I was doing business, but it was mainly learning.
Okay.
Learning like what I'm saying, like different like ways to shoot or whatever, like different ways to edit. What not to do like when I'm shooting. Shout out to my boy Carlos. What not to do when I'm shooting, lighting situations, how to like put your lighting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But 2021 has just been me applying everything that I learned. The fruits of like the labor or whatever that I put in like last year or whatever. I'm now like started to blossom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But my 2021 has been crazy. Gone a lot of places I didn't expect it to go.
Okay.
But it's been good though. It's been good.
That's good. I love to hear it. We love to hear the positivity. Do you have a favorite event you've covered thus far?
That's hard because I've covered a lot of events.
You have.
But you know what I'm saying, to take it like keep it simple, whatever, be easy to like treat myself or whatever. That 420 event was amazing.
Shout out to Power though. Shout out to Power. I'm drinking that too because that was fine.
That was a good time, what I'm saying? I think everybody had some good vibes and stuff. We chilled, we relaxed, we did our thing, caught some dope flicks. We
did our thing, period. No, that was a fire event. Okay. What was like the best thing? Was it just the atmosphere for you?
The atmosphere.
Okay.
Like, for me, I'm a very big, and I think I said this last time, I'm really big on like energy and vibes and stuff.
Okay.
And the vibe in there was like everybody kicking it. There's no like, you low-key hating, what I'm saying? Like there's none of that or whatever. We all kicking it, we all chilling, this family, whether I know you or not.
Yeah.
So that was dope.
The vibes, period. Look, your shit going up. Period.
Let's go. I'm telling you, share this.
Okay, make sure y'all follow Calvin. Okay, I got his IG scrolling here, but he's also on Facebook too. So make sure you guys tap in with him on Facebook.
Share, you know what I'm saying? You see my work, you want something done, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Hit the DMs.
Hit it. Okay. So if you had to shoot anybody in the world, any celebrity, anybody, who would it be?
Oh man.
One person.
One person?
One person.
I don't know. It's a toss up between Tika Sumpter.
Fire.
I forgot the other girl's name, but she's like super chocolate. Tika Sumpter and the other girl.
Another girl.
Yeah, we just
and the other one.
If I could work with anybody, whatever, it'd like probably be like those two. Just all the work that I've seen them do, you know what I'm saying, the crafts that I've seen them like come out with or whatever, the pictures that I've seen them like do, whatever. If I could do that, come on now.
They fine too. That helps.
I mean,
she fine.
Of course.
She fine as hell. I know you're talking about. She fine.
For anybody who doesn't know, whatever, beauty will always be like the object of my eye and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? So that will always be what you see in like my pictures and stuff, like everything. Not in like a weird like way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That some people like might take it and stuff, but like when you see something, you're like, yo, I need to capture you in this certain way or whatever. And that's what I do. I can look at somebody and be like, yo, I think you might look good with this, and this lighting or whatever with this color background. Maybe add some other things like to it and stuff. And like, that's what we put together.
Nice. Okay. So is beauty a big part of your inspiration?
Yes. There are some like things that I do like landscape or whatever that's more like grungy and stuff like that, or like even like shoots that I do with people that are more grungy, more gritty. Like the one I did with Kasha. Shout out to Kasha.
Shout out to Kasha.
What I did with Kasha, where she was a vampire, like those, or where she was a voodoo queen, where it's more like the sexiness is not like what we're looking for or whatever. What we're looking for, I want to be scared when I look at this photo. I want to look at this and be like, we're gonna stay away from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I love that. Yes. And I love that you said, I mean, like, I feel like the underlying message is like there's beauty in everything. And you're able to find the beauty in everything. I think that's important to be a photographer, obviously.
Yeah. One thing that I talked to Carlos about recently and stuff, he was like, you're gonna know that you're a good photographer when you can look at something and capture it the same way that you see it. And that's, I feel like what I do, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm not, then I feel like that's what I'm getting to. I'm able to look at something and be like, yo, this is the look I want. This is how I want it. It might take a couple tries, but I'm going to get that look. You know?
I love that. Consistency. What are you talking about? I love it. Okay. Have you ever had a bad shoot? Oh, that's a because it's all in your face right here.
Yeah. I have. I'm actually dealing with it right now and stuff. Not a bad
I'm sorry. Look.
Yeah, not a bad.
My bad.
Like, it's not anything, whatever, that's not fixable and stuff. But like, in my eyes, I don't do bad work. So when I come across like someone who, or I provide pictures or a service to someone and they're not necessarily like liking them immediately and stuff like that, it kind of like hits me a little bit harder or whatever, because I'm very critical of what I do. And if I don't like it or whatever, then it's like, or if you don't like it or whatever, and I feel like I do or whatever, it's like, all right, like there's a disconnect somewhere or whatever, and I need to figure out where it is to improve myself, but also to provide a better service for whoever it is I'm shooting for and stuff. So.
How do you deal with that then?
You just take the criticism for what it is. A lot of people, like when they do quote unquote bad jobs and stuff, get upset, get angry or whatever, because they feel like, like I did a good enough job or whatever. You just don't see it like the way I see it and stuff. No, you just gotta take it, like I said, take the criticism for what it is. It's a way to better you, and a way for you to be better for other people.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Toasted it.
Yeah, I toasted that. That was gem right there. That was good. Absolutely, because you have to be able to take criticism, and you're doing a service at the end of the day.
Exactly. As much as I hate retail or whatever, but like the whole thing, like the customer's always right or whatever, like applies to like way more than just retail and stuff.
Right. Absolutely.
So if I provide a service for you or whatever, I might like the photos, but I have a different view than most people and stuff. So if you don't like them and this is what I'm doing for you or whatever, then all right, we're going to see what we can do, whatever, just to make it better. If not, we just going to do it over again.
Okay, because see, that's good. That's how you keep customers. That's how you keep people coming back right there, period. You don't like that shit, we're going to re-rock it and do that shit again.
Exactly. I know a lot of photographers that won't. They're good, don't get me wrong. They're amazing at what they do or whatever, but because they know that they're amazing at what they do or whatever, they just let that be like, all right, well, if you don't like it, then that is what it is. So
nasty.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
gotta
That's nasty. We don't like that. Okay, I love it though. You definitely are serious about your craft.
Gotta be.
Need to be serious.
Yeah. Unless people know or whatever, they're like, yeah, no, this ain't just some hobby or whatever. Like what I'm getting is gonna be 100% A1. So if you get a shoot for me, you get work for me done, just know that everything you're gonna get is gonna be 100% crisp. It's gonna be what you're looking for, what you want. Every side is your best side. Come on. Hit it with the Vogue though.
Every side is your best side. No, for real. So what are like top 3 things you need, bare minimum, to have a good shoot?
Great lighting, a decent background, and some weed.
Oh, no, you didn't. I drink to that too, because period. He said, what? Shout out to Calvin for bringing the rim dog in the building. He brought bottles today, because I love when y'all bring me things, whether it be drugs. I'll take that too. Just saying.
You can't come to the home
just
and
saying.
Not bring no gifts.
Just saying. Fuck it. Let me go ahead and pull up too.
Right. You're gonna do the thing.
So you need weed, good lighting, and a background.
A good background, but like that can apply to like many different things and stuff. This recent job I did in the city, I completely forgot about the other side of Lakeshore Drive. That goes into the south side and stuff. And I drove that way, and I just looked at like a lot of different things that I just wanted to immediately hit the brakes and just stop and be like, all right, well, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hold up traffic. Y'all just about to wait.
And we gonna shoot this shit.
Right, like you gonna see it later. Follow me on Instagram at Calvin's Candace, but yeah, no, I see different things, and I'm like, yeah, we gotta do it.
You gotta do it. Facts.
So yeah, those three for sure.
I love it. I love it. That lighting does make a difference. Bitches love good lighting. I don't know if y'all knew that, but bitches love good lighting.
Like right now, like the golden hour changes. I don't know if anybody knows what the golden hour is. I'm pretty sure most women do because I'm saying y'all use lighting and stuff to y'all advantage. But the golden hour is when like you gonna get that real crisp. We black. So it's going melanin. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make it pop and stuff. That is always gonna be like the best time, like for me. Anytime it's like 6, 7, like look, let's go outside.
Okay.
Let's see what we can capture or whatever. Like the sunset, like time, whatever. Yeah.
I love it. Shout out to Calvin. Make sure y'all follow my man's, okay? I got his IG scrolling down here. See some of his work because it really is amazing.
Y'all are not ready for what's coming this year.
It really is amazing. So you have done a lot in 2020. One of the bigger things I think that you did was you captured a lot of protesting. We're here in Lake County area, so we're right by Wisconsin, and everything like that. And Jacob Blake and stuff was going on and just everything that was happening. And I just remember seeing you. I seen you at a couple protests because I was out too. But do you feel like because, you are in the media industry that you have a due diligence to be a journalist?
100%. When everything first started last year, when the city was essentially destroyed, like downtown and stuff, and it looked like a war zone and stuff. I just thought it was crazy that we learned about this stuff in school only to grow up to live it. And I felt like because there was that fact that we learned about it in school, it was my right and my responsibility to go out there and whatever and capture it for other kids to learn about it like later, or other kids to see later and be like, oh, this is what happened during the protests of 2020 and stuff, and it was captured by me. Like, not even if it was captured by me, but regardless, I'm the one who captured it. I feel like I need to go out there and document this moment because I'm black and because it's right. There's a lot of stuff going on or whatever about people, arguing with people being peaceful protesters and stuff. But if you're a cameraman, whether you're black, white, brown, yellow, whatever, and you know about this kind of stuff or whatever, it is your responsibility to go out there and make sure people know about it or whatever, capture those moments and stuff so nobody can say anything otherwise. But yeah, no, it was definitely very big, very powerful for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I commend you for wanting to be a part of that and wanting to be out there. I was talking to him prior to the show about how, he was going out there, way before a lot of stuff was going on as far as like downtown, they were boarding shit up, way before, because it was like a couple rounds of protesting and riots that happened up this way. And Calvin was going out there, at 7, 6 o'clock, and he was out there waiting, until shit hit the fan. And if something happened in the morning, he was one of the first people I was going to check to see, what was being posted.
Yeah.
So I feel, very proud to know you and know that you have that mind state to want to do due diligence to your black people. Absolutely.
Man, I can say like the craziest thing we've seen like during like the protests and stuff would be when we went down to the city and like seeing like a wall of cops or whatever that like march toward like the protesters and stuff, and then them corralling us into like a single street, and then the whole time they were like corralling us or whatever, there was like no action on their part, just like marching and stuff. But when we got to a specific street and like things started to like erupt even more and stuff, that's when the whistle was blown or whatever, and they all like charged at us or whatever with their billy clubs and stuff. And it's just like reminiscent of like, again, what we learned about in school, like all the civil rights protests and how like our ancestors, people that came before us, were beaten in the streets, whatever, just for like protesting the right to be here.
Man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up shit. But yeah, I mean, we are the people that have to take the realms on that shit, I feel like, and we have to be the ones. Like, you should make a book of just your photographs from that shit, and you could, I don't know, that could be some memorabilia shit because it is a part of history at this point.
Yeah. honestly, what's crazy is like last year I was gonna do an event called like Melanin Madness. I remember like talking to you about it and stuff. And I boiled it down to what's gonna be a photo book, and that's what it's gonna be.
Okay.
It's gonna be like it's like start to finish, like us,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
from events to protests, to happiness to sadness,
Yeah.
from anger to glory, all of that is
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be us. So definitely look out for that soon. Don't know when, but it's definitely gonna happen.
Tap in. Okay, cause period. Shout out to Howard Scott. Said I see y'all putting in that work.
Got to, man. Got to. Come on now.
Arm flex emoji.
No sleep.
It's real in the field. It's real in the field. I feel like last year, when a lot of things were happening with the protests, that was an opportunity a calling for foot soldiers or people that just had that initiative to want to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that I was going to be protesting, and I was at all the protests, and then my feet was tired, and I ended up getting COVID because I went to fucking protests, at the Jacob Blake protests. That's where I got that shit from,
bro.
No cap.
I didn't even know.
No cap.
You had the 19. That's crazy.
I did, and I knew it was because I was there with all those people in Wisconsin. They was reckless with the COVID restrictions. But yeah, like it's your due diligence as a Black person, if you're a descendant, to be a part of that movement anytime you have opportunity. We got people that's in their 60s and shit that's still out here fighting, and we have the strength and the ability to do way more as far as reach than they can do. So I commend you, for wanting to do that.
Thank you.
Before you went out there, you can put a long status. Howard said, before you went out there with your camera, bro, were you thinking like, man, I have to take caution and be prepared for anything that's about to go down?
Oh, 100%. When I went out there with my boy Chris, shout out my boy Spaz. When I went out there, my brother and my mom hated it. But they understood it.
Mm-hmm.
But before we even left or whatever, like I looked at Chris and I was like, man, look, we'll go down here or whatever, like shit might get crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit might turn sideways, whatever, to where like, you know what I'm saying? Like
some shit happen.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gotta defend themselves or whatever, or get the fuck out of Dodge, whatever it's gonna be and stuff. So yeah, I definitely had that mindset or whatever. I always have the mindset of like, expect the worst, but just hope for the best.
Yeah.
But I definitely expected the worst. Almost got my leg broken when I was down there. Yeah, I lost my phone. Like the time that I told you when they rushed the streets and stuff, I lost my phone during that time, and I was looking for it. And in the midst of me looking for it, and they're still like rushing, cops flying past me, whatever, people running past, screaming and stuff. This cop comes up and he has his baton. He's cocked and ready. He's about to hit me, and I point to my camera, and he, stops and goes around me and stuff. So yeah, it was definitely a lot that could have happened and stuff. But in all honesty, it don't matter. It's all worth it. If I get hurt, if something happened to me or whatever, but like shit, I got some good photos. Yeah, you can remember me by the photos that I got and stuff like that. Then that's what's important. So.
Absolutely. How do you deal as a Black person, constantly seeing Black people killed on a regular basis?
Meditation and a lot of weed. For real.
I definitely smoke a lot of weed.
It's hard. Seeing it, it's even harder being expected to be okay with it. It's harder when people look at you and be like, oh, well, you guys just gotta do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, and stuff. And it's like, man, like, it make you afraid to not even want to like bring kids into the world, because it's like, man, like one day, hopefully, if things change or whatever, and if most likely they won't, I bring this child up or whatever, and like, God forbid, he in a situation or whatever with a cop that's like overzealous or whatever, thinking that he's doing something he's not doing. So yeah, it definitely hits very hard. It's gotten to the point where like last year or whatever, like hearing about it, like George Floyd, and then Jacob Blake and stuff, was like, all right, man, like, what are we gonna do next? Like what's gonna happen next? Where is the hit gonna come from next?
Yeah. So it's hard. There's definitely a certain amount of anger, like, that I feel definitely with that. Howard Scott, let me just, because he tuned in. So shout out to you, Howard Scott, because you tuned in. He said, I didn't mean to put this long message on y'all interview, but like I tell people, bro, no risk, no reward. Every shot you don't take, you miss.
Facts.
So that's definitely true. And I feel like, yeah, we definitely had to be those foot soldiers that had that risk. Like, I knew it was a risk to protest. But yeah, like, seeing that shit every day is stressful to the mental. And I don't think that people understand how that can add to the continuous cycle of violence that Black people experience. It's one thing to for society to tell your ass, you know, you're a target, and then we're gonna kill this target, and then we can let you in to do X, Y, and Z, but while you're here, you still a target. Like, you know, it's like, damn, nigga, like, how do you?
What am I supposed to do there? Like, I'm damned if I do.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
like,
you know. So when people always talk about Black people being angry, I said, how can we not be?
Right. What are we supposed to feel other than being angry?
How can we not be angry or a constant state of fury? So it's a very teeter-totter thing, and it pisses me off that America gets upset at how, you know, high-strung Black people are. If you've seen a white blonde girl getting killed every day on TV,
you'd be upset too.
You would be upset.
Or like the people that be like, oh, well, like, you know, the cops aren't only just killing y'all or whatever. I'm like, y'all cool with that? Like,
and right, that makes it okay.
Yeah, like y'all cool with them being out here, whatever, killing your family member, whatever, whether you be whatever color and stuff. You just cool with them just being out here killing them, killing y'all, and for no reason, and be like, oh, well, they just explained it because like he should have just listened to something. Right. You know, he should have just complied or whatever the reason is and stuff like that. So
it's fucked up. This is the type of shit that make me want to go back to the Black Panther days. I'm not gonna lie to you. Man. Having that type of resource within the community and knowing that there's people that are literally willing to die by the bullet for you, it's a different type of security. I'm sorry. And I'm not okaying anybody to go out there and die, but I know that there are certain motherfuckers that are willing to do some crazy things, you know. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? But it's a teeter-totter because it's like, right, you don't want to continue adding on to the death of Black people, but at the same time, you don't want to continue adding on to the death of Black people. It's right, we damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Rock in the hard place, you know.
Like, it's really fucked up. Okay, Howard says, like they say, racism doesn't live. But on the first page of any application, they ask what color you are. This is America. This is America. And you said it's a melanin war around this bitch. People sleep.
Facts. It's definitely like, you know what I'm saying? You got like two different types of like, what I believe, like two different types of Black people. Black people that like can recognize the problem, but like be like, hey, like that ain't got nothing to do with me or whatever. Those would be like, no.
Like, we got to do some shit about this shit right now.
No. I didn't know that person or whatever, but like I felt that, you know, because that person looked like me. That could have been my son. That could have been my niece, my nephew, my brother. You know what I'm saying? My cousin, anything. And I feel like we need more Black people that are like, no, I feel that we need to go do something about that and stuff. You know?
Absolutely. So, yeah. It's real in the field, y'all. I don't know if y'all are aware of these type of conversations, but if you are, you know, a person of the 25 and up area, this is a conversation you should be having on a daily basis. Right. I know for me, I'm not big on the justice side of, you know, the injustice to Black people because the corruption system, whoo, the legal system.
Hey, I'm gonna drink to that.
Woo! The legal system is corrupt. Damn it! And in order for that to change, nigga, World War 7, 5, 4 is gonna have to happen. But I do believe in improving the lives of Black people within our area, and I do want to find other ways that we can uplift ourselves. It's so many other ways to patch the life of Black people. Obviously, police killings is like one main thing, but the sustainability of Black people, the health of Black people, the comfortability of Black people around other Black people, there's a lot of other things we can do.
The mental stability of Black people.
The mental stability of Black people. You know, it's a lot of things we can do. So, you know, I be trying to get the drug dealers to tap in with me so they can fund some shit for the community. Because at this point, you getting rich off of us anyway. You know what I'm saying? Off the neighborhood people. So you might as well, you know what I'm saying, do. Okay, because he doing a lot. Okay, Howard, we're going to read your last comment. Sometimes do you guys think we should be racist as well? Do you think it'll work, start to change, or would it just add fuel to the racist fire?
No.
This not our world. I mean, this not our land. As far as, you know, what the law says. The legal system is corrupt, and it was designed during a time that wasn't implemented for us. So, I mean, we can be racist all we want to, but best believe you go out and kill Sally versus Sally killing you, that's your ass.
True. But also believe that if we in turn become racist and stuff like that or whatever, we become no better than the ones who we're pointing the finger at and stuff. It was like this. I watched a lot of cartoons. Absolutely. There's a quote from like Avatar or whatever that said like revenge is like a two-headed like rat snake or whatever. It's like while one's poisoning you or whatever, like or while you're watching your enemy go down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? One's poisoning you and stuff. And maybe that's not the right analogy or stuff, but I believe if we become the same thing that we hate so much or whatever, it's just gonna turn into a cycle of the same thing.
Okay.
So instead of like it being white people or whatever, you know what I'm saying, being the ones that are oppressing whatever, it's us now or whatever. We're the ones whatever who are controlling everything and stuff. There are people that will have us believe or make it out to be like, oh, we're not going to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, if we're really like looking at men the same way or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
we're looking at people like they're the same and stuff. Men have a mankind
Mm-hmm.
has a habit or whatever of just getting like drunk off of that power, you know, and that's what that would be or whatever. We would sit in that seat or whatever. Not saying that there wouldn't necessarily be anything wrong with that, like, you know, but getting in that seat in the way or whatever, than which we were like put down and stuff like that or whatever, I don't think is a way to go.
I agree. And I think that we have to think historically about how we were able to evolve to an extent. We had white allies. Whether or not y'all want to take that into account, it's the truth. It wasn't all documented, but the Underground Railroad, all these other things that were able to happen, white people helped us. I'm sorry. That's just the reality of it. So I feel like it's definitely a matter of you outsourcing the right type of white people that understand the meaning of being an ally to better the life of Black people. And that sense, I think you're able to get ahead a little bit, but we can't, you know, we're not in positions that white people are in order for us to really better ourselves. We have to make allies. We have to make these white people feel guilty to an extent, to the point that they want to help and they want to really put themselves on the line. That's when real change starts happening. So I feel like, right, being racist is not going to fix the problem at all. Okay, because this nigga.
Hey, my boy, I appreciate
shout out to Howard Scott. I'm gonna have to give you a personal shout out on my page because you lit my last post out of Chaos Comes Order. I need to get on this show. I can go on and on. Yeah,
Howard, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. You know what I'm saying? But
we're gonna tap in.
Yeah.
We'll tap in for sure because you got a lot to say. So we can tap in on that. But no, I appreciate you. I think you're a very deep person as far as the reality of the life you're living as being a Black man. So I feel like it's important just to ask you those type of things because, you know, you're living it.
Right.
I'm not a Black man. I'm a Black woman, but I ain't a Black man.
Right.
Woo! We was getting a little deep there for a second. Woo! It's a little hot now. Shit. Okay, for the record, I'm not racist. So any white people watching, it's a disclaimer. I just
we don't hate you.
All right. We just
don't like the people.
You know what I'm saying?
That hate us.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just want to throw that out there and let you understand.
Y'all
you know,
cool,
in case there was any
cool.
confusion. Motherfuckers watch this shit like, oh my God.
Hey, I'm not booking.
Robin's. I'm gonna unsubscribe. Don't unsubscribe, please.
Still book with me. You know,
do not unsubscribe. Right, still book because we not like that.
I'm pretty open-minded. At least I think I am. You know what I'm saying?
We're not like that. So let's get into the trivia.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. Okay, this is my favorite part. So, first question. Which rush hour took place in Paris?
3.
Ooh! Winner. Okay, cool. What show is Bruh Man from?
Marty, come on now, bro.
Bruh Man from the
Fifth Flow.
Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth.
That's funny as hell.
Fifth. Okay, period. Yes, you got that shit. I'm dead. Okay. What was Omar Epps' character name in Love and Basketball?
Oh, damn. You always hit me with this shit. Omar Epps.
Nigga, no. That is incorrect.
Shit.
Talking about Omar Epps. You better get the fuck out.
I don't even know.
Okay, start with a Q. That's the nickname.
Immediately.
You give up?
Quincy.
What's the last name?
Jones. I'm drawing sticks right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
this nigga said Jones. No, nigga, no. No. Fuck. You give up?
Yeah.
McCall. Quincy McCall.
Oh, my bad.
Damn, every Black person named Jones now.
Well, that's funny you said.
I'm dead as fuck. You said Jones?
Yeah, I had
Jackson?
You know, just making sure, you know.
Okay. One wrong so far. Just one. Well, I'm gonna give you half a point because you got the first name.
All right,
I'm gonna give you that.
Okay, I'll take that.
What movie had Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and Charlie Murphy in it?
Harlem.
Yes!
I remember that scene where he was young, he shot that dude right before him, boy.
You shot me in my pinky toe. Okay. What show? Oh, you gonna get this. What show is Charmander from?
Pokemon. Or as our parents like to call it, the Pokemon. You know.
Pokemon. Period. What group was Lauryn Hill in?
I'm gonna pass on this one because I didn't even know she was in that group whole time.
Wyclef.
Oh, my dumb ass, Lauryn Hill. The food.
Yes, nigga, cause
I don't know why. In my brain,
I said wait.
No, wait,
because you done played this shit before.
In my brain or whatever, like it registered as Lauren London, and I was like, Lauren London was in a group.
No. Hey Max, cause period. Shout out to Max. Hey guys, shout out to Maxine, great artist.
Yo, we got a link. You know what I'm saying? We gonna work.
Boo boo. Okay, put period. You got that. Okay. What movie is B Rad from?
B Rad. Is that Malibu's Most Wanted?
Yes. Blinkety blink. Trying to make me go to a sink.
He said chapstick. Looking for my chapstick.
Feeling kind of car sick.
There's the boy Mavericks.
See, that's $1 million song right there.
Whack. But hey, you put it on, I guarantee you will turn your party up.
No, I just threw that in there because I love that movie. I don't care. Period. Okay. BT had a show in the 2000s following Black kids in California. What was the name of the show?
Baldwin Hills.
Yes! Shout out to Calvin!
Hey, watch a lot of TV. I only got one wrong.
Yes, you only got one wrong.
Man,
you a beast. You a beast.
Man.
You a beast. You did your shit on the motherfucking trivia. Cause period. I love it. So aside from photography, you do a little singing, you dabble, razzle dazzle. Mm-hmm. So is that a hobby or what's going on with that?
It's not a hobby. Look, music will always be like a love of mine, just like photography is. But photography is something I decided to just like pursue more, just given what was going on. And last year, like we were like forced to like sit down and stuff. So that was what I was like, hey, I haven't done this in a while, whatever. So we're gonna do it, and like now I'm here. But like no, music will always be like my first love and stuff. It's how I de-stress. If I didn't have music, I'd probably not be here, you know.
Probably be on a rampage.
Man, it'd be all bad.
I love it.
No, I'm still doing music. I'm actually dropping a single pretty soon. In the group I work with, UA, shout out my boys. We actually get ready to drop the album pretty soon.
Oh shit, you got an album dropping? Okay, nigga. Okay, nigga, because I know you was like that. Oh, I know you was like that.
But like, yeah, I don't just take pictures. Like I do a lot of things. Man. I do a lot of things. You know, can't just keep it to one lane and stuff. You know?
So what's the style of your music? Is it like alternative, R&B? What's the style of your music?
A lot of the music that I'm making is mainly R&B. But if I'm like rapping or something like that or whatever, it would just have like a old school like like hip hop like sound and stuff. At least that's what I take it as and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So it's something you can roll up to, you can drive to.
All of our music is definitely gonna be something that you can vibe to, you can roll up to, you can smoke to, you can cruise to, you know what I'm saying? Play my shit, hit LSD, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
okay, whoa.
Lakeshore Drive, people.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we do drugs, but I guess not those.
I know. I'm like, wait, you talking about LSD? Hold on, I ain't trying to endorse those shit. I just went way left.
Way left. The line was here. She was like, "Yeah, we just gonna fuck that." You know what I'm saying? Like, what is over here though?
I just went way left. My bad. No, okay. No, that's what's up though. You do live performances too, or?
It's been a long time since I've done like live performances. It's probably been like what 4 or 5 years since I've done
okay. Shit.
But like now that I got, you know what I'm saying, your boy upgraded again on the camera and stuff, I'm gonna start doing, you know what I'm saying, just different like videos and stuff. get my boy to record me like doing different shit. And even like get different shit that like the homies that like do music and stuff. So if you're looking to get your video done, your boy might do it soon.
Definitely tap in with that. I need you to get on the videography for sure. Because that's a bag too. That's a bag too.
Hey.
It's a bag too. I'm like, so what are your top 3 artists right now? Who are the top 3 you banging right now?
J. Cole, Kid Cudi. I'm gonna slide one more in there. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole, Kid Cudi. I'm listening to like a lot of like R&B or whatever, so I've been like bumping Anderson .Paak a lot. I love like groovy sounds, that old school like funk like vibe or whatever. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been listening to like a lot of Oxnard, and even like the stuff that he's done with the Free Nationals and stuff. But somebody I've been listening to as well is Amber Mark.
I love Fire.
Super dope. Stumbled across one of her other songs, whatever. This year, I'm pretty sure they came out a long time ago, called All the Work. And yeah, if I'm feeling good, it's a sunny day or whatever, I'm going somewhere or whatever, saying I need some vibes or whatever.
That's the theme song.
Hey, put it
theme
on.
Song.
People look over like, man, who is that? My big black ass. You know what I'm saying? And the cars just getting it.
Yes, I love her. I discovered her on Insecure because Issa used her music on the show. So that's how I found her. And I was like, who the fuck is this lady? But she reminded me of Sade.
Facts.
So that's why I like her.
Like a funkier Sade.
Yeah. And so I love Sade. She's one of my favorite artists. So I was like, damn, this bitch reminds me of Sade.
Yeah,
like that's her voice.
She's dope. Her voice, her vibe, the style of music that she does or whatever is really dope.
I love it. Okay, period. So we was talking about this a little bit earlier, and it was really hard. I was telling Calvin because I couldn't do it.
Man.
But what was the best top album of 2020 for you?
Top album? See, like we said earlier, like, man, like,
look, niggas out there.
Niggas don't even know because, like, I discovered music like late. You know what I'm saying? I discovered some music like when it come out.
Yeah.
Music, like, late,
or single. You can do it if you can't think of an album. What was like single?
My top like 2020 album had to be that I discovered.
Yeah.
Was Ari Lennox's Shea Butter. It's a Shea Butter Baby.
Yeah. But it's 2019.
But I know I don't care because like I discovered it last year. I think you put me onto it or whatever, and like, man, I think I listened to that first song and it was like I can just bump this all day.
No, for real.
I can bump this all day, every time I get into the car.
Like
or whatever,
for real.
It's dope.
It's a good album.
Man,
it's a good fucking album.
Good album, man. The word. Even to like, it's 2021.
It's a good
years later,
fucking album.
Man.
She should have got a Grammy for that shit. And she did not. You know what? That's another conversation. She didn't get one.
I was gonna say we could be here all day whatever talking about people who should have won Grammys. And then y'all know who we talking to.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that though. Ari Lennox definitely had a fire ass album. That was a great album, even though it came out in 2019. But I was telling him that too. I could not find like a consistent album that came out last year that I was blasting. The only album that came out last year that I actually was listening to was Lil Uzi shit and The Weeknd.
Okay.
So After Hours came out last year, and he won a Grammy for that, I believe, and he won another award for that too. But that was really the only high consistency album that came out in 2020.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Lil Baby shit was out.
Yeah, true.
And I know I'm not a big fan of rap no more, so I don't.
What you mean?
I'm just not. Like I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's certain artists that I'll tap into, but I'm not like like when like Herbo and all them drop shit. I don't be thirsty to go listen to it.
Okay, let me ask you this then, because like I feel like there's people that's in our age range or whatever that are like very different when it comes to like rap and hip hop now. Because I'm the same. I don't really like listen to like any of like the new shit or whatever. I'll listen to Lil Baby and all the other shit or whatever. But like, do you feel like the way shit used to be or whatever, saying shit has like stayed the same, or do you agree with like the way that like rap is evolving and stuff?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay, what then? I'll elaborate. What don't you like about it?
I don't like it. I just feel like motherfuckers don't have bars. Like, I'm a very cognitive listener. Okay, so for those that didn't go to school, I'm very in depth when I listen. I pay attention to the words in songs.
Yeah.
And then I like the beat. Versus like in rap, most of the time, like I like the beat first and then I'll listen. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And like the rap scene to me is just, I don't know, it's just different. And I feel like my ears are different. A lot of shit that they saying just sounds trash to me. It just be sounding stupid. Like, I don't like the Corey Lee girl. Corey Lee, she's that girl that it's that like, it's some shit she got. She's like Benzino's daughter or some shit like that. And I'm like, you know, this is like one of the #1 songs right now. And I'm like, why? The shit is dumb. I fucking hate that song.
Yeah.
And it's not saying like it's trash. Clearly it's not, because y'all love it. Yeah. But it's like, man, you know, that's why sometimes I think like my whole mentality on music, I feel like it's different. I'm stuck in a 2000s mode because we had so many heavy hitters at that time that were still making quality music. I mean, we grew up in the era of Drake. Say what you want about Drake, but he had to come up.
Yeah,
he had to come up.
Came out or whatever, you couldn't tell.
He had to come up.
You couldn't tell
you know what I'm saying?
That, like, at least 10 songs.
No, for real.
From that,
because he was doing mixtapes before he dropped Thank Me Later or whatever. We came up with Wayne. We came up with Gucci. We came up with Boosie.
But hold on. Let me ask you. Do you think like your favorite artist? Do you think a mixtape version of them is better than an album version of them?
Now, Drake is one of my favorite artists. His albums are better than the mixtapes.
100%.
I think so. Yeah. But like Lil Wayne back in the day, the mixtapes definitely shitting on all the fucking albums.
Because all that shit is mainstream.
Yeah.
They like,
definitely shitting.
You know, no, like the only reason I ask is like I'm really big on people's like mixtapes and stuff. Like, you know, like Drake.
Yeah.
When Drake first came out, he was dropping all the mixtapes.
He was.
Like, all of that shit was fire.
Yeah.
You know, and then like all of a sudden they switched to like mainstream or whatever. It's like, what do you do?
Like Wiz Khalifa. Let's get into Wiz. Man. Wiz used to be one of my favorite artists. Man. When I first started smoking weed, yes, I jumped on the Wiz Khalifa train. Say what you want.
Wiz Khalifa is probably why people started smoking.
No, for real. And that was a time. That was a time. You had to be there for that shit. Me and my best friend went out to South Carolina to see Wiz Khalifa and Big Sean perform in concert. We was those niggas, okay? And what? Wiz Khalifa mixtapes? What? Better than any fucking album he didn't drop. But motherfucker still playing Burn After Rolling to this day. Fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Right, to this day. And it's just like,
you know, a lot of notes never been.
You know, yeah, like it's just a different mind state. Like niggas don't think about the lyrics anymore. No. If you got a raw ass beat and a nice hook, you can go viral now.
But like it's crazy because like that time period or whatever when like Kush and Orange Juice and like all that like, you know, and Wiz and like, you know, mixtape shit was like popping.
Yeah.
Like 2011 like time whatever is when people cared about creating the vibe and stuff. Because even though their shit was dope and it was lyrical and stuff like that, you know, but it also created like an energy or a space or whatever where you can just chill.
Right.
Like you can put this on or whatever and do anything. And like it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta feel like you gotta sit down and listen to it.
Right.
Just, like you can just vibe to
right.
Yourself, you know?
It's not the same no more. So that's why, and like even now, like I interact with a lot of independent artists now because what I do. But I feel like, yeah, even now, I'll go to a showcase and I won't like the first 3 artists. I might like the last artist that went. Nobody's even here and they're performing. That's the motherfucker right there that got the shit. They don't give a fuck who's in the building. They gonna perform and they gonna spit some fire. So it's like a matter of clout too. It's just a lot. It's a lot that go into it, and I ain't fucking with it. We just had to get deep for a second, because period. We be talking about, because it's serious, and I feel like media. When you in the media world, you can't help but be involved in the transition of music, movies, TV shows. You have to, and I'm not no music connoisseur, but right, I grew up in the era of Lil Wayne, and to y'all, to the majority, he's one of the greatest rappers alive. So I feel like if we're able to grow up in that time era and see his evolution, see all the other artists that came in through there, we're able to see a nice span. And we have the 90s that were influenced, you know, with us. We still had, you know, Method Man, the Fugees, Wu-Tang. We still had all these other groups that were out still in the early 2000s.
But I feel like that's what sets us apart or whatever from like you were saying, like the younger generations and stuff, is the fact that we grew up like at the end of like the 90s era where people were talking about something with quote unquote substance and stuff. And it was like something that was actually about something, like to actually get you off your ass and be like, actually, maybe I should go out, you know what I'm saying, go out and like do this, or I should stop doing this, or whatever the case is. Right. We grew up in the era where like music was just more than just something that you heard or whatever, something that you felt, something that like got you out of bed or whatever. It was like, no, this is what I'm getting ready to in the morning type shit.
Yeah, you know? Absolutely.
And we come more into an era or whatever where people want to be entertained and like, is what I'm hearing like catchy.
Absolutely.
Not that it's
Absolutely.
a bad thing, but
Absolutely. Shout out to Calvin West in the building, okay? Dropping gems. So what else can we expect from you this year, Calvin? What's going on?
oh man, now that I just upgraded like equipment and stuff, like it's definitely gonna be like a ton of different things that you can look out for me. I'm getting into like more videography and stuff, so I'm starting to like develop more on like different concepts that I do have and stuff.
Nice.
So definitely be expecting like some quick vids. Um, I want to shoot, some ciphers. So, artists, if you out
Okay.
here or whatever,
Tap
and like,
in.
tap in with me and whatever, we can set it up and stuff. Um, but this year, or whatever, now that I upgraded again, will be another year, or excuse me, the rest of the year. Now that I upgraded again, will be another year for me to learn.
Okay.
Another year for me to get better. Another year for me to just like stack on like what I've already been doing and stuff. Going back to your question earlier and stuff, like what made me actually decide or whatever. When I decided, is when the first time I got like my first big job. Shout out to Art in Motion. But it's my first big job ever and stuff, and like that 100% let me know whatever that I was doing, what it is that I was supposed to be doing. And what let me know even more was being able to pay rent off of
Nice.
the work that I did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Absolutely.
there's so many things or whatever that I can do now. Definitely look out for a new collection that I'm putting together soon. I'm hoping to debut it before the fall.
Okay.
And I've been talking to a lot of people about it, or a couple people, should I say, about it. And it's going to be called Dark Light. So when you see it, it's going to be super artistic.
Yes.
You're going to know that I did it. So yeah, just keep an eye open.
Love it. You put in that work, I think you're very inspirational to other freelance photographers that are around the area, that just don't know where to go or how to go about their business. So hopefully if you're a freelance photographer, you tuned into this interview and you can kind of see his evolution. Calvin was on the show last year, and from last year to now, he's grown tremendously.
I think last year when I spoke to you, I just put this up on Facebook, and my boy was like, "Is this a flex?" And I was like, "100%." Last year when I spoke to you, I had a starter camera. It's a Canon Rebel T6. From there, I upgraded to a Canon 6D. For my photographers, like the cameras and stuff like that. I'm not gonna explain it. And then from there, I just upgraded to a Sony A7 III. 4K, crystal clear, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So
because y'all getting the quality, baby. You getting the quality.
Like, anytime you work with me, you're going to be getting what it is that you're looking for, if not better.
Absolutely. I love it. Absolutely. Make sure y'all tap in with his IG. It's also his Facebook as well, Calvin Candid. So make sure you guys tap in with him. If y'all need portraits, landscapes, school pictures, baby pictures, event pictures, damn it, you just feel like flicking it up, tap in with my boy because he's going to give you quality service like you need. Okay.
100%.
Yes. And then they just DM you to book?
Yeah. If ever you want to reach out to me and stuff, if you have me on, my personal page and stuff, just shoot a message to me. If you have my number, shoot that, shoot me a text, call me, let me know, hey, I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. We can always, make accommodations and make it work for you.
Yes, I love it. Shout out to the Black excellence. It's the Black excellence for me. It's the Black business for me.
We out here, cause
it's excellence. Let me go. Where before you go,
fuck you mean
to entrepreneurship. I too am on the entrepreneurship train, so I feel you, my nigga, and we gonna get this money. Attracting this money.
Attracting everything we want this year.
Okay, attracting this money.
Money, successfulness, happiness, grace, more melanin. all of that. Amen.
No, but I definitely appreciate you, Calvin, for sliding through on Pillow Talk Podcast. Appreciate Howard Scott for being on here. He was an amazing commenter, for real. And we're going to tap in. I'm going to get you on the show because clearly you had a lot more to say that we didn't have time for. So I'm sorry. But I'm going to get you on here because I would love to hear your whole perspective. Make sure you guys are following me on YouTube, Robin Yvette. And make sure you subscribe to Pillow Talk Podcast, streaming on all major platforms. Sending love and light to everybody. Peace out.
Peace.